Morgue check, kiddos. Sunday, me and you, and a bunch of shit to know. For this Sunday, just because I've done this recently, I've put up the Crypt of Crush with all sorts of nice videos up here on the YouTube site. Check it out when you get a chance. Right now we're gonna play a little DRI for you. Beneath the Wheel. Pertains, I think. We're gonna call this one What If. What if? 'Cause they had to do it. To save it. You gotta destroy it sometimes to save it. Now how would you disprove that once you've done this thing to save this thing, and yet it is, so you must have saved it? Or did you? I don't know. Did they save it with $3 trillion freaking dollars? I don't know. If they didn't, would there have been runs on the banks? Would the economy have crashed? Would the dollar be devaluated? To the point of non-existence, perhaps? Well, we'll never know, will we? You know, I guess we can all just wait to find out what really happens until the next stimulus fails, and yet again, your government will kiss the heads of the feds and ask for another trillion. Then, after that fails, we can watch the run on the banks and the devaluation of the dollar and economic collapse there soon after. Now, by the way, they just went through their budgetary meeting for next year, and they've decided to give themselves $1 trillion to meet their needs, you know, the government. And that's without the military budget. That's just what they need for shit, to get shit done. So, the powers that be, and I'm not talking about your Congress, because they've become irrelevant, obviously. They have to save the day again. Damn, they're a busy motherfucking bunch. They have to save you from boiling in your own skin, oh, like a bit of haggis. Yes, in a sheep's stomach. Haggis. Well, I'm digressing here. Only they need a few bucks to get the project shovel ready, shall we say. So they like to say. Approximately, they're going to need 2% of the GDP of all freaking countries. They need that because that'll get them up and running. Oh, by the way, that's right, they're going to need to borrow your national sovereignty too. But don't worry, they're gonna keep it right here with your rights and your privacy. Okay? It'll be fine. And they are gonna kick that non-existent psycho killer, global warming clown in your closet's ass. For you. Oh yeah, damn straight. And then the day will dawn tomorrow. And all will be well and the birds will sing. And they will tell you that if they didn't do this thing, chaos would have reigned. And then how could we disprove it? This thing they did. Now this accord that's going on in Copenhagen, we got to talk about that. It states clearly, as do many proponents of this agenda, in no uncertain words, in English, full straight out, without even mumbling, that this will be the first global governing body. They don't even use an if, and, or but in this. They're telling you what they're gonna do. And they have already done everything except extol upon some elitist bastard the title all-exalted supreme ruler of the empire of Earth. And to work under them, of course, to promote this bondage for them throughout society, they're going to need global unions. That's the new workers, the global unions. Not us, not the private guys. It'll be the WTO to the nth, man. Stormtrooper fucking Nazi workers from hell. Workers unite! Well, and then we'll redistribute the private wealth to bring us down as a country to the level of third world countries and to bring them up to snuff to be the new idea, the embodiment of industrialization through slavery. Everything that's been done for years has been an orchestration towards the diversion of funds to bankroll their globally dominant kingdom. The Afghan War, the Iraq War, the stock market plunge, the mortgage crisis, the bailouts to the banks, the bailouts to the large industries, Stimulus Part 2, the sequel, and now we got healthcare, cap and trade, and green jobs technology. Oh, you'll love this one. This is Gothic Slam. I'm going to turn that up for you a little bit. Alright, now if the money that is spent for any of those things had actually been spent on those things would be fixed. It is just a fact. It is just the facts. The truth. That's what we do here. These things are all just dog and pony shows to distract your attention away from the billions that they are redistributing to the global elitist coffers themselves. There's only one way out of the web once you have walked in. You have to fight your way out. The Copenhagen Treaty is so much more important than anything that's happened in most of your lives. This treaty is the first big step towards the center of that web. This president is overstepping his bounds, and this country can't even stop signing shit into law long enough to find their own balls or ethics. Speaking of those bitches, by the way, your elected representatives have nothing but contempt for their constituents. That's you. You are a fucking nuisance. They could do whatever they want to boost their careers and please all the lobbyists if it wasn't for you. They had to be moderate in their views to make it look good for the public. Dog and pony show. But the powers that be said, nah, faster, faster, harder, harder. And then they stripped them of any real power that they had to protect you and me. Now what if the only thing that will replace these old useless bastards and reaffirm our voice in the American future is revolution? Then, when looked back at in the future, we can say, hey, we had to save America. And how could they disprove it? It's Morgue Chat. Have some wine. Enjoy your Sunday. Later.